The world held its breath. Eyes turned to the Vatican. History was about to be made. White smoke billowed from the chimney atop the Sistine chapel. A new pope had been chosen. Habemus Papam. The voice rang out. The words echoed across St. Peter's Square. We have a pope. The crowd erupted. A wave of sound swept across Rome. News spread like wildfire across the globe. From bustling cities to remote villages, the announcement resonated. Pope Luis Antonio Tagle, the former Archbishop of Manila, had ascended to the throne of St. Peter. A new chapter was beginning, filled with hope and anticipation. The Catholic world braced itself for change. The Tagle era had begun. Inside the hallowed halls of the Sistine Chapel, secrecy reigned. Cardinals, the princes of the church, had gathered from every corner of the globe. Their task was monumental: to elect a new leader for the world's 1.3 billion Catholics. Days turned into nights. The weight of their responsibility was immense. Whispers of speculation filled the air. Names were considered, debated, and voted upon. The world outside waited with bated breath. The ballots were cast. The counting began. Tension hung heavy in the air. Then a hush fell. The required two-thirds majority had been reached. A decision had been made. The world held its breath, unaware of the momentous decision made behind closed doors. The fate of the Catholic Church now rested in the hands of one man. Silence descended upon St. Peter's Square. The cacophony of the crowd faded. All eyes were fixed on the balcony high above. The moment of truth had arrived. Cardinal Renato Martino, the senior cardinal deacon, emerged. A hush fell over the throng. He stepped forward, his voice booming across the square. Annuntio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, he proclaimed, has been elected Bishop of Rome, successor of St. Peter, Supreme Pontiff of the Universal Church, the 267th Pope. A collective gasp arose from the crowd. Joy, disbelief, and excitement washed over the sea of faces. Pope Tagle, a man known for his humility, his compassion, and his unwavering faith, had been chosen to lead the Catholic Church into a new era. His first words as Pope were simple yet profound. Brothers and sisters, he began, his voice filled with emotion, let us walk together in faith, hope, and love. The crowd erupted once more. A new era had begun. Luis Antonio Tagle, the son of a devout Catholic family, was born and raised in the Philippines. From a young age, he was deeply influenced by the teachings of the Church and the strong faith of his family. His journey to the papacy was one of humility, service, and unwavering faith. He dedicated his life to the Church, always putting the needs of others before his own. He rose through the ranks of the Church, serving as a parish priest, a bishop, and eventually the Archbishop of Manila. Each role he took on was marked by his dedication and his deep sense of responsibility. His warmth, his compassion, and his deep understanding of the human condition endeared him to people from all walks of life. He was known for his ability to connect with people on a personal level, making everyone feel valued and heard. As Archbishop of Manila, he witnessed firsthand the struggles of the poor and marginalized. He walked through the slums, listened to their stories, and felt their pain. He championed social justice, fought for the rights of the oppressed, and tirelessly advocated for the needs of the less fortunate. His voice became a beacon of hope for many who had none. His appointment as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples brought him to Rome, closer to the heart of the Church. This new role allowed him to expand his mission on a global scale. His reputation as a bridge builder, a man of dialogue, and a champion of the poor preceded him. He was respected not only within the Catholic community, but also by leaders of other faiths. Little did he know that his journey would lead him to the highest office in the Catholic Church. His path was one of reflection, prayer, and unwavering commitment. His election as Pope was a testament to his character, his faith, and his unwavering commitment to serving God and humanity. It was a moment of joy and celebration for many who had followed his journey. The people's Pope. Pope Tagle's warmth, his humility, and his genuine concern for the poor and marginalized quickly earned him the title of the People's Pope. His actions spoke louder than words, and his dedication to serving those in need was evident in every gesture and every interaction. He possessed a rare ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Whether he was speaking to world leaders or to the most vulnerable members of society, His message was always one of love, compassion, and understanding. He spoke their language, understood their struggles, and offered them a message of hope and love. His words resonated deeply with those who felt unheard and unseen, providing them with a sense of belonging and purpose. His leadership style was characterized by listening, empathy, and a deep desire to understand the perspectives of others. He believed that true leadership was about serving others and lifting them up, rather than seeking power or recognition. He believed in dialogue, in building bridges, and in finding common ground. His efforts to promote interfaith understanding and cooperation were a testament to his commitment to peace and unity. He challenged the Church to be more inclusive, more welcoming, and more responsive to the needs of the modern world. He urged the Church to reach out to those on the margins and to be a beacon of hope for all. He called for greater transparency, accountability, and a renewed focus on the gospel message of love and compassion. His vision for the Church was one of openness and integrity, where the actions of its leaders reflected the teachings of Jesus Christ. His vision for the Church was one of unity, of service, and of unwavering commitment to the teachings of Jesus Christ. He believed that the Church should be a force for good in the world, dedicated to serving others and promoting justice and peace. He inspired millions with his humility, his compassion, and his unwavering belief in the power of faith to transform lives. His legacy continues to inspire and guide those who seek to follow in his footsteps, living out the values of love, service, and faith in their own lives. Echoes of joy around the world. The news of Pope Tagle's election sent shockwaves of joy and celebration across the globe, particularly in his homeland, the Philippines. Church bells pealed, fireworks lit up the night sky, and people poured into the streets, their voices united in jubilant celebration. World leaders, religious figures, and people of all faiths extended their congratulations and messages of support. Social media buzzed with excitement, with millions expressing their hopes and aspirations for the new papacy. Pope Tagle's election was seen as a momentous occasion, a sign of the growing importance of the Global South in the Catholic Church. His background, his experiences, and his perspectives resonated deeply with people from developing nations. His election was a powerful symbol of hope, of change, and of the universality of the Catholic Church. It was a testament to the power of faith to unite people across cultures, languages, and geographical boundaries. A shepherd's vision. Pope Tagle embarked on his papacy with a clear vision: to guide the Church with humility, to serve the poor and marginalized, and to promote dialogue and understanding in an increasingly fractured world. He pledged to address the challenges facing the Church head-on, including the clerical sex abuse scandal, the role of women in the Church, and the growing secularization of society. He called for a more inclusive Church, one that welcomed people of all backgrounds, regardless of their sexual orientation, their marital status, or their past mistakes. He emphasized the importance of interfaith dialogue, recognizing the shared values that unite people of different faiths. He believed in the power of dialogue to build bridges, to foster understanding, and to promote peace. His vision was ambitious, yet grounded in the gospel message of love, compassion, and service. He inspired millions with his humility, his wisdom, and his unwavering commitment to making the world a more just and compassionate place. Navigating the challenges of a new age. Pope Tagle's papacy was not without its challenges. He inherited a church grappling with internal divisions, facing external pressures, and struggling to remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. He faced opposition from conservative elements within the Church, resistant to his calls for reform and his more inclusive approach. The rise of secularism, the decline in religious affiliation, and the increasing influence of social media presented significant challenges to the Church's traditional teachings and its ability to connect with younger generations. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, with its devastating impact on global health and economies, further highlighted the need for the Church to adapt to a changing world and to find new ways to serve those in need. Despite these challenges, Pope Tagle remained steadfast in his commitment to his vision, navigating the complexities of the papacy with grace, wisdom, and an unwavering belief in the power of God's love to overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Legacy of hope. As Pope Tagle's papacy progressed, his legacy as a transformative figure in the Catholic Church became increasingly apparent. His leadership style, marked by humility and a genuine connection with people, set him apart from his predecessors. He had ushered in an era of greater inclusivity, dialogue, and focus on the needs of the marginalized. His efforts to bridge gaps between different communities and faiths were groundbreaking. His emphasis on humility, service, and compassion resonated deeply with Catholics and non-Catholics alike. These values were not just preached but practiced in his daily interactions and decisions. His papacy marked a turning point in the Church's relationship with the global South. He recognized the vibrant faith and potential of these regions, advocating for their voices to be heard within the global Church. His election was a recognition of the growing importance of the developing world in the Catholic Church and a sign of its evolving identity in the 21st century. It was a moment of pride and hope for many who had felt marginalized. While challenges remained, Pope Tagle's papacy offered a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of faith, and a call to action for Catholics worldwide to embrace a more just, compassionate, and inclusive future. His messages of love and unity were a source of inspiration. His legacy would continue to inspire generations to come, reminding them that the true measure of faith lies in our love for one another, our service to the poor and marginalized, and our unwavering commitment to building a more just and compassionate world. His life and work remain a guiding light for all who seek to make a positive difference. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.